Well, in the first video, we had a little chat about some whiskey. Well, we didn't have a chat. I talked, and I hoped you voted for your favorite drink that I should give it a try, because I'm not a big drinker, and I'm willing to try some different stuff, and now we're going to do that with Sam's Gin. I do plan on ordering that soon, so I will be getting one of these drinks a try, because I'm not going to drink it straight. The gin, I will do the whiskey bourbon, but not the gin. So I'm going to make a mixed drink. I need you to help me decide which one. And of course, keep in mind that anything that has too much citrus could result in no videos for like a week afterwards. I could be in trouble. Anything under a half ounce, I'm fairly sure I can negate most of the effects by eating properly and taking what is called a lysine pill, which apparently, for some reason, helps negate some of the acids. Let me know if I'm completely wrong on this, but it has worked in the past. Let's check out some of these amazing concoctions crafted by Sam himself. If for no other reason, then it's fun to watch Sam.
This is Sassenach Classics. Today we're making a martini. You can make it dry or you could maybe make it dirty, but I don't agree with you dirty people. I prefer my martini dry with a twist. So for your Sassenach dry martini or dirty, you're gonna need 2.5 ounces of Sassenach gin, half an ounce of dry vermouth, orange bitters, a dash of that if you're making it dry, or if you're one of those dirty people we don't like to talk about, you can, there's one outside right now, you can swap the orange bitters for some olive brine and garnish with the olives. Okay, let's make the Sassenach dry martini. Ice. A little bit more. 2.5 ounces of your delicious wild Scottish gin. There's 2. And there is a half. Oh, maybe it's 3/4. Oh well. Half an ounce of dry vermouth. Sometimes I might reduce it down to 1/4 ounce. There we go, half an ounce of dry vermouth. I'm gonna do 2 dashes of orange bitters. And then we wanna stir this beautiful drink down. You'll see when the ice starts to drop that it has been well diluted. I don't know why people drink this dirty. I guess everyone's got a different disposition, right? Finally, you're gonna need a chilled martini glass. James Bond would be proud. And we're gonna strain that in here. This is gonna be a delicious cocktail. And of course, a little bit of oils on there. Rub that around the top, maybe even down there, because we are dirty. Yes, get that in there. Oh, it's gonna smell great on your fingers. Cheers. Your Sassenach dry martini, you dirty people.
All right, that could be interesting. It does have the citrus, but it could be interesting. We'll have to just watch the measurements on there.
We're back at Sassenach Classics and we're making one of the ultimate classics, the Negroni. It's become very trendy. Everyone's making their own versions of Negronis. Of course, the classic Negroni is delicious, but we're gonna make you our Sassenach Negroni. For that, you're gonna need 1/2 ounces of your delicious wild Scottish gin. You're gonna need 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and you're gonna need 1/2 ounce of Campari. Okay, let's make this delicious Sassenach Negroni. You're gonna need some ice. Of course, 1.5 ounces of your wild Scottish gin. Yeah, normally it is equal measures, 1 part of each, but we're mixing it up a little bit. We're gonna do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and finally 1/2 ounce of Italian Campari. Italian bitters, I can't do the accent. We've got 1/2 ounce of that. And then we stir it up. It's so nice. It's a good cocktail. It's like a moment for me. Tutti frutti. Excuse, it's a Negroni. Okay, I've chilled a glass for our delicious Negroni. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Here we go. Look, we're fancy. We use 1 big ice cube and then we're gonna strain our Sassenach Negroni. And we're gonna serve it with a delicious orange wedge, the Sassenach Negroni. Cheers. Salute. Did they say so? Ciao.
Oh, that's not fair. Before I found out that I had the bad reactions to oranges and couldn't figure out why I kept having odd reactions to foods, oranges are my favorite fruit. They really, really, truly are. I love oranges, and the only time I can eat them is when I'm pregnant without having a bad reaction because the baby soak up all the folic acid, which is apparently part of my problem. So, that might be why I had 4 kids instead of the 2 that I initially thought I would have some just for the oranges. Well, at least this time, the orange, the citrus in it, it's just a garnish. So it's just for looking pretty. I suppose I could skip that, right? Let's see what's next.
Hi there, this is Sassenach Classics, and today we're making the French 75. This is such a good cocktail, named after a gun, I believe, in the First World War. I don't know why. Why was it named after a gun? Probably because it was so strong. This cocktail is strong, mighty. You're going to love it. Let's make the Sassenach French 75. For that, you're going to need 1 ounce of Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin. You're going to need half an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, 3 ounces of your finest French champagne, and maybe a wee lemon tray. Try saying that after French 75. A lemon twist. Let's make a French 75. Ice. We're gonna need 1 ounce of your wild Scottish gin. That's 2 ounces. That would be quite potent. An ounce of that. Half an ounce of simple syrup. And also the same again, lemon juice, freshly squeezed, of course. The French, they like this cocktail. Oh, très bien, très bien. Shake this. Sounds like a gun. God, I always injure myself every time I do this. Okay, and now iced, chilled glass, and then we're going to strain that in there. Oh, this drink is such a celebration of gin and, of course, champagne. So we get all of that delicious cocktail. And then we're going to finish. Oui, oui, it was the good stuff. C'est très bien, it's champagne, it's the finest. I'm going to stop doing that accent. I'm not going to try and kill anyone. Top that up with champagne. This cocktail really is so good. It's gonna take a while to top this one up, but it's worth it. I'm gonna top this up to about there. And finally, of course, a little bit of that, maybe a little bit of that. And then, of course, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? A little bit of that. C'est très bien, non? French 75.
All right. The lemon juice, of course, is a negotiable issue. I can't say it. I haven't even drank anything yet. But I still got to question the lemon juice. There's got to be one in here that doesn't have any. Oh, anyway. But I don't know if I want to go buy champagne as well. Oh, well, maybe my husband likes champagne and we can make an evening of it too. I'll have to get rid of the kid. I don't mean get rid of, I mean, go find a babysitter for the evening.
Yes, this is Sassenach Classics, and this is the Sassenach Bee's Knees. Why is it called the Bee's Knees? Because this cocktail is the Bee's Knees. You're going to love it. 2 ounces of Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of good, organic, wholesome honey, and a lemon twist to garnish. Let's make a wee Bee's Knees. We're going to need ice. We're going to need 2 ounces of gin. It's a lovely little cocktail, this. Then we're going to need 3/4 of an ounce of your freshly squeezed lemon juice. Perfect. And then you could use honey syrup, but we like to use good Scottish heather honey. Those little bees have been working so hard to make this delicious honey. I'm going to put in, I don't know, like a spoonful. It's the medicine. Yeah, you got it. There we go. Get that in there. Maybe a little bit more, actually. This is gonna be this cocktail, the bee's knees. Then, of course, we have to shake it. One day, I'll get this right. Why, thank you. I've just been handed a, well, lemon thing from a little bee. A little bee just flew in here and gave me a little lemon thing. Thank you, bee. Oh, he's off to make more honey. There we go. Right. It's amazing what happens in this bar. Here we go. I'm going to strain the bee's knees into your glass. Double straining so there's no ice shards. The bees would be happy. Go tell the bees that I am happy with this cocktail. Maybe a little bit on the bottom for the bees' legs and the bees' knees. There we go. I'm gonna put it on top there. Oh, the bees' knees. That cocktail really is the bees' knees.
And lemon juice in this one. Okay. And you know what? I kind of wonder, how is Sam feeling? Because he taste tests each one of these. And if you notice, between the whiskey and the gin, he doesn't change his clothes. He's doing all of this in one day. I mean, I'm sure he can hold his liquor, but how many taste tests does he have to do before he's feeling it too? Maybe that's why he can't get the top off of the other glass.
Yes, we're back with Sassenach Classics, and today we're making the Sassenach Gimlet. This potent little cocktail is going to be a real crowd pleaser for the Sassenach Gimlet. Try saying that after having one of these drinks. For the Sassenach Gimlet, you're going to need 2.5 ounces of Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin. You're going to need half an ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, and to garnish it, best served cold. Let's make the Sassenach Gimlet. 2.5 ounces of your Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin. Oh, it smells good. All those botanicals in there. All from my hometown, Galloway. 2.5 of those. Really easy cocktail to make. Half an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. I hope you bought your limes or didn't steal them from your neighbor. And of course, half an ounce of simple syrup. Oh God, the pressure's on. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. One day I'll grow up and be able to do cool stuff. Cute little Nick and Nora glass, there you go. And we're gonna double strain this because we don't want any ice shards. Oh, full to the brim. There is your Sassenach Gimlet, small but mighty, no garnish needed. Cheers.
And lime juice. Yeah, see, this is the one where by the time I got to watching these the first time, I thought, yeah, I could probably chance it. I'll take a lysine pill and probably just have a small reaction. It's manageable, right? Right? Just a small. All right, let's see what he's got next.
This is Sassenach Classics, and we're making a Sassenach Bramble cocktail today. Bramble. What is a bramble? Well, it's a blackberry Scottish bramble. There are a lot of them in the wild, and actually a lot of the flavour comes from the leaf and not the fruit. Okay, let's make the Sassenach Bramble. You want 2 ounces of Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin, an ounce of lemon juice, just under 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and then we're going to float half an ounce of creme de mure on there, and maybe some wild Scottish brambles to go on top. Let's make this. Ice, of course. And then 2 ounces of your wild Scottish gin. All the fruit in there, the blaeberries, the blackberry leaves, the apples. This is perfect drink for the Sassenach Wild Scottish Gin. We're going to do 1 ounce of lemon juice. And then just under, or 2 teaspoons of simple syrup. Then with the shake.
on, little Bramble. Come on. Aha, there we go. Anyway, you need a glass. We want some fancy ice. I'm going to strain that. Double strain it so no shards. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Doesn't it look pretty? Then we're going to float some creme de mure. This is a blackberry liqueur. Float that over the top. And then garnish. Delicious. It's a Sassenach Bramble.
And yet another one with lemon juice. There's a citrus rule for both gin and whiskey that I'm not aware of. Although I will say that one really does look good. I mean, yeah, that looks good. And those are our choices for a drink made with Sassenach gin. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video as well as the other one. I hope that it wasn't too hard on you just watching Sam make drinks and talk about making drinks and smiling at the camera and just being overly adorable. Anyway, if you liked any of those and thought, hey, Katie should try this one. Again, keep in mind, not a big drinker, willing to try anything once that won't kill me. So nothing that has rat poison, please. And let me know which of those drinks you think I should try in the next video, where I will be having a Sassenach gin of some sort. Oh my goodness, you guys are so nice to help me out with these things because I really couldn't choose myself. And then I will have enough time to get whatever ingredients I need beforehand, and we will have a little chat. I have not decided what show I will talk about yet. Hey, if you have any thoughts on what show I should talk about, let me know. If you guys name something I've watched way too much, I'm going to probably have a chat about it with you. Until then, thanks again for watching these little videos, fillers while I'm gone. Please do hit that like button, the subscribe if you haven't already, and the notifications bell. If you haven't gotten enough little bits of entertainment about Outlander, or Star Trek, or Doctor Who, or Supernatural, or and now I have a Bridgerton. Please do check out any of my other videos. It's fairly obvious which ones are which, and when you do pick out one of those videos, I'll see you there.